now 7.5 seconds behind the leaders.
It also includes Morgan Shepherd. And just ahead, Greg Sachs. Lake Speed, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Bodine, Derek Cope.
Kyle Petty is at the rear of that pack. We saw him get lapped a little bit.
So Kyle's streak of 6 top 10 finishes in the last 6 races would come to an end today. He's all the way back in 25th, a lap down at the moment. Oh, look out!
Cars touched.
Did they make it?
No.
No.
Sterling Marlin did not make it.
Spinning coming off of corner number 4.
Caution out for the first time today.
The car is, of course, down in the grass. And Sterling, it looks like, will be able to keep the car running.
And he's continuing on. He has some damage to the rear of the car, but he's continuing.
First caution of the day.
That's amazing. It's been this long. Yep. As close as these fellows have run all day long. My hat's off to them.
Now another pit stop will come. We've completed 115 laps. Here it is again.
There we see Sterling go up. He and Lake Speed almost got together. Now Derek Cope comes along, and Jeff Bodine runs right in the back of the 8 car.
I think the 8 car had to back off when he got up there with the other car, and Jeff had his momentum going and just tapped him, and around he went.
Bill Elliott and Kyle Petty just made it through without getting involved in this. Marlin is still running, going down the backstretch, but the pace is slowed now. The pace car is on the track for the first time all afternoon.
I apologize for that.
Looking back on Michael Walter from Jarrett's car from now Jarrett has the lead coming down. Well, he did for a while.
Yeah, Earnhardt stayed right up there, and Irvin stayed with Earnhardt. And here we go, 2 abreast again. Rusty has come down there with him. Jimmy Spencer, he was hung down there by himself. He said, got a little bit of help here now.
Somebody
looked like a little dust.
wall.
Yeah, somebody hit the wall. There's some dust flying back there.
Hold your breath when you see that dust flying up.
I wonder if it was Michael Walker, because he moved down on the inside.
Michael looking for his first top 10 finish of 1993. Look at this, 4 wide.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
Oh, man, it had to happen with all that many cars running 3 and 4 abreast.
Inevitable.
Greg Sachs spinning around. And these guys better slow down, because
pace car moves out quickly to try to pick up the field and slow them down before they get back here. We've got about 5-6 cars that are littering corner number 4.
Tell you what, Elmo's got a lot of nerve driving out front of those guys running 190 miles an hour.
He slammed on the gas and got up ahead of him. There's Bobby Labonte. You see the 68 car, Greg Sachs in the background. I think Ted Musgrave is involved. There's the 14 on the left of Terry Labonte, and this is lap number 130 that we see our second caution. Lake Speed is involved.
The Labonte brothers, both of them, Bobby and Terry.
A lot of damage in front of that car.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Well, here's what happened. These cars are trying to get through it.
You see Morgan Shepherd, looks like he must have some damage to his car. Rick Mascar's got some damage. Lake Speed's car.
Now, Jimmy Hensley, I believe he got slowed down and came on through up on the outside. I think that's him up there in the white car up on the left of the screen.
You see Rick Mass spinning. There's Musgrave.
Lake Speed.
Yeah.
Some problems.
Jimmy Means. Jimmy Horton.
Jimmy Means, you said.
Yeah.
Bill Elliott comes down pit road, and Jimmy Hensley goes by on the outside. Also, Wally Dallenbach, who just went back out on the racetrack a couple of laps ago.
Morgan Shepherd.
Morgan kicks it right up on the outside, but you can see there is some damage to the front of the Citgo Ford.
And the safety crew is at the car of Terry Labonte, under caution for the second time today because of a crash out of turn number 4. Back in a moment.
Now, Jimmy Spencer finally has gotten in front of Michael Waltrip. Let's see if this group can run down the front pack.
Yeah, before he led a pack of cars that seemed to gain on the front runners, but I'll tell you, that last lap, that those front runners was at about 195 miles an hour. So it'd be tough to run them down with them running that kind of speed.
Ernie Irvin goes by, gets in front of Michael Waltrip. Here comes Schrader.
Oh, Waltrip hit the wall, and now
Hud Strickland goes down, and he saved this. No, there's Brett Bodine crashing. I didn't see that car.
Caution is out.
I thought we were going to get away with a minor incident, but now Brett Bodine becomes the second car involved in this, and Brett hit the wall very, very hard.
Elmo, I wouldn't be pulling out. Well, Elmo's pulling out.
Here's the race to the caution. The spot. Now, this is one thing the spotters are good for. They're telling them that Elmo has already got the pace car on the track. Slow down and make sure you fall in behind the pace car.
Okay, now, if you were short of fuel, let's hope that Brett Bodine is okay. Banged into the wall pretty hard. Or if you're short of fuel, do you come in now, or do you say, hey, maybe these few caution flags will be just, laps will be just enough?
Here comes the McDonald's car of Hud Strickland. Let's look at this one more time. There we see Hud Strickland and Jimmy Hensley going by on the outside. There is Brett Bodine, and we see Michael Waltrip hit the wall. He and Kenny Schrader get together. Now Hud hits the wall, and let's say he comes down and
hits Brett Bodine, just clipped Brett Bodine, and Brett slams head on into the wall.
Hard impact for Brett Bodine. He was running in 13th position.
There we see Phil Parsons down in the dirt.
There's Jeff Gordon going through.
And Davey Allison got through there. He was back in the pack after all that damage that I went after those repairs, putting in a new windshield and everything.
Safety crew is on the scene of Brett Bodine's accident.
They look like they're talking to Brett.
Yeah, I think you can see him moving in the inside too, so I sure hope so.
And we see Spencer way back there in the back. Is he trying to get a run? Is he trying to get some momentum?
Well, a lot of
Rusty Wallace back there 3 or 4 car lengths laying back. Is he trying to get some momentum?
Strategies are being thought of right now as to how these final 2 laps will go.
And nobody left. You're right, Bob. They're all here watching the pace car pull off.
And there is not a single person seated. They are all on their feet. Some of them waving hats and their hands and whatever. Coming down for the green flag.
And Earnhardt's the guy. They go when he says go. He says go. The green flag's out, and they're going. There goes Jared on the outside.
The green is waving. Here they come. 2 laps to go to settle it at Talladega. Mark Martin has dropped back considerably. He and Ernie Irvin and Jimmy Spencer. It's basically Earnhardt and Wallace now.
But what Mark Martin might be trying to do is get a run on these front 2 cars.
I don't know, Benny. I believe he dropped back a little bit too far to do that. He might be able to do it, but he has lap cars.
And see, Rick Wolf is helping those front 2 cars.
Yep.
There we see Bobby Hill's car as we look.
Off of turn number 4 into the tri-oval once again. Dale Earnhardt leads Rusty Wallace as the white flag comes out. 1 more lap to go, and Martin is way up high and hits the wall and shoves Rusty down to the middle of the track.
Man, oh man.
And Irvin is there right on Earnhardt's bumper, and Irvin goes to the inside of Dale Earnhardt.
And the white flag is out. Here comes Martin. He's going with Ernie. Spencer going on the inside as well.
Irvin has the lead as they go down the backstretch. Jimmy Spencer fans out to 3 wide. Rusty Wallace goes 4 wide. Here they come.
Irvin, Earnhardt is off the pace. He might be running low in gas.
Dale Jarrett trying to get through. He's moved into a battle for 3rd position.
Earnhardt apparently is running out of gas in the turn.
He shuffled way back. Here they come off the 4th corner. Ernie Irvin leads them down now. Is he going to win the Winston 500? Jimmy Spencer is 2nd. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Irvin wins, and Rusty spins and gets airborne and flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona.
Oh, man. That is too fast.
What a way.
Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car. I saw it there. We see his head moving around.
Yes, we do.
Thank God. He said on the radio that he was okay. Oh, boy.
Gosh. Man. And And I tell you what, it looks like a bomb has went off on the way down to the car.
The car got airborne just before he crossed the line. Rusty remains in the car at the moment. However, we have seen that he is moving around. Now, here is what happened.
Okay, there's Rusty and Dale Jarrett running side by side. Earnhardt comes down on the inside, trying to draft Rusty and go right out of the picture. And it looks, there he is. Earnhardt right up on the back bumper of Rusty, and he does touch him.
That's
and
why
around he goes, and that's one reason that Dale Earnhardt went down there.
That's why he was so concerned, because he touched Rusty Wallace to start this situation, it looks like.
And the car overturns about 6 or 7 times, pirouetting on its nose, end over end, side over side, comes to a rest on its wheels between the start-finish line and turn 1. He will be credited with 6th finishing position. Here is another angle.
Here they come down through there, Jarrett and Rusty Wallace side by side. Dale trying to get down on the inside, trying to go down, and looks like he just touched Rusty, and the car, just like Daytona, started flying. It goes up in the air. I thought maybe it was going to do like Jimmy Spencer did last year and come back on its wheels, but it didn't. It caught. And here it goes again.
There is a huge cheer going up from the grandstand just opposite of where Rusty's car has come to a rest, and we assume that the cheers are because he is out of the car, or at least they can see that he has received no serious injuries.
And Earnhardt has gotten back in his car and is driving away.
There's the jaws of life. That
Right.
thing you see back there, they're cutting the roll bars so that it will be easier to get Rusty out of the car. There we see him with that, cutting the roll bars off the car.
Well, the cheers could have been for Dale Earnhardt, just checking, saluting him for checking on Rusty's condition.